The Smith family suddenly disappeared. It was as if they had been plucked from their warm and cheerful existence overnight, leaving behind an eerie void in the heart of the suburban neighborhood. Their absence was not merely physical, it was a complete erasure of their presence. Not a trace of their whereabouts could be found, and their once vibrant social media accounts had been deactivated, as if they had never existed in the digital realm. Investigators scoured the Smith family's home, hoping to uncover some clue, some shred of evidence that could shed light on their inexplicable disappearance. As they cautiously approached the house, a sense of foreboding washed over them. The front door creaked open with an eerie sound, as if reluctant to reveal the mysteries hidden within. Stepping inside, they were met with a scene of inexplicable chaos. The kitchen, once a hub of warmth and nourishment, now lay in disarray. Peanut butter jars and beer bottles stood untouched in the sink, as if frozen in time. The shelves were adorned with a wall of cake supplies, an eerie reminder of unfinished celebrations. Ascending the stairs, the atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive. The second floor revealed a bedroom in disarray, as if a whirlwind had torn through it. "Look at this," whispered Sarah, one of the neighbors, her voice trembling. "It's like they vanished into thin air." I nodded, my eyes scanning the scene of abandonment. Sneakers lay discarded on the floor, their laces entangled and their purpose forgotten. In the corner, a baby doll stood alone, its glassy eyes fixed on an invisible specter. It was a haunting sight, a relic of innocence left behind in a world turned eerie. At my feet, I noticed a broken Xbox controller, snapped in half as if shattered by an overwhelming burst of emotions. What could have driven them to this? I wondered aloud, my voice barely a whisper. The family had seemingly vanished, leaving behind a sense of unease that clung to the air. Their belongings remained scattered, as if abruptly abandoned. The Christmas tree, still adorned with decorations, lay fallen on the floor, its presence amplifying the eerie silence that pervaded the house. A very old computer, its outdated monitor flickering with ghostly light, sat atop a broken bed, surrounded by children's books and discarded clothes. I cautiously stepped into the parents' room, where a mattress lay haphazardly on the floor, stripped of its purpose. Papers and documents, once organized and purposeful, now adorned the room like confetti from a forgotten celebration. The disarray mirrored the disarray of their lives, tangled in a web of mysteries. "Look at this mess," I muttered, trying to make sense of the chaos. "There must be some clue hidden in all this wreckage." Sarah joined me, her eyes scanning the room. "What could they have been searching for, or running from?" she pondered, her voice filled with a mixture of curiosity and trepidation. A single entry in the little girl's notebook caught their attention. Don't cry, we will continue our good life." It was a haunting message that offered no solace, only deepened the enigma. The toilet and bathroom, pitifully dirty with broken tiles, mirrored the state of the family's disappearance. Mouthwashes and hygiene creams remained on the shelves, untouched, as if the family had vanished without a trace, leaving behind the remnants of their daily lives. The authorities were summoned, their minds grappling with the unfathomable puzzle before them. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, yet the fate of the Smith family remained a chilling mystery. What force had compelled them to abandon their home, leaving behind a shattered reality and a community haunted by unanswered questions? The whispers continued, fueled by speculation and fear, but the truth eluded all who sought it. The Smith family had vanished into the abyss, leaving behind only the echoes of their presence and a legacy of unsolved horror. The Turner family lived in a quaint farmhouse until one fateful night, they vanished into thin air. It was a chilling mystery that gripped our respectable family and neighborhood. We couldn't shake off the eerie feeling that lingered in the air, so we decided to venture to their house and uncover the truth. As I cautiously stepped into the Turners' empty home, a sense of unease settled upon me. The dining room table was left in disarray, its surface marred by shattered glasses strewn across the floor. Strange, I thought. Why didn't they even have a chance to take their shoes? Sneakers and other footwear remained scattered near the entrance, abandoned in haste. My gaze fell upon a baby doll lying forsaken on the floor, its lifeless eyes staring back at me. Moving further into the house, the kitchen revealed shelves shattered in an unnatural manner, as if a tremendous force had torn through them. These unsettling occurrences had unfolded within a mere 24 hours. Something was not right. The bedroom held even more sinister evidence. It appeared as if a fire had consumed the walls, the ceiling, and part of the floor, a haunting reminder of destruction. Curiosity drove me to explore further, leading me to a peculiar sight in the bathroom. There, on the sink, rested a solitary CD. Its presence seemed out of place, especially considering the absence of any other personal belongings. Soap, for instance, was left behind, now moldy and entangled in spiderwebs. I ascended the stairs, my heart pounding with trepidation. Stepping onto the rooftop, a breathtaking view of spring and blooming flowers greeted me from above. It felt as though I had stumbled upon a heavenly realm. Yet that picturesque sight contrasted starkly with the horrors that had unfolded within the house below. "Can you believe this? It's like a dream up here," I whispered, unable to tear my gaze away from the serene panorama. My companion, Maria, cautiously joined me on the rooftop. Her voice trembled as she responded, "It's so beautiful, yet it feels wrong. How can such tranquility exist alongside the darkness we've seen inside?" I nodded in agreement, the contradiction weighing heavily on my mind. It's as if there's a stark contrast between the external world and the sinister secrets that reside within those walls. Maria shivered, wrapping her arms around herself. "Do you think there's a connection? Could the beauty above be a facade, hiding the true nature of what happened here?" The police investigation that followed uncovered a series of gruesome discoveries. Every family photo in the house had been defaced, as if someone or something sought to obliterate the Turner family's existence. Their faces were ominously scratched, as if consumed by malevolence. Remaining images portrayed shadowy figures lurking in the background, suggesting a haunting presence that had plagued the family. The mystery deepened, and whispers of an otherworldly force began to circulate among the townsfolk. Some spoke of a vengeful spirit seeking retribution, while others pondered the existence of a hidden portal leading to an unknown realm. The Turners had become victims of an enigma that defied rational explanation. Imagine waking up to a scene of inexplicable horror. The morning light cast a pallid glow upon the once serene neighborhood, now shrouded in a cloak of bewilderment. It was as if the night had conspired to conceal a sinister secret, whispering its enigma through the silent streets. The Andersons, a family whose presence was woven into the very fabric of our community, had vanished without a trace. Their house, once a haven of laughter and warmth, now stood as a hollow shell, charred and desolate. But what perplexed us most was how the flames had devoured their abode without. The night was heavy with an eerie stillness as I approached the destroyed house and its crumbling barn in the backyard. A chill ran down my spine, but my curiosity pushed me forward. I had to know what secrets lay within those charred ruins. As I made my way to the barn, I couldn't help but notice the unbelievable sight before me. The entire structure was engulfed in flames. The intensity of the fire was astonishing, reducing everything inside to mere ashes. It was as if the very essence of the barn had been consumed by the inferno. The roof had collapsed, and the remnants of furniture lay scattered on the ground. What baffled me the most was how such a substantial fire could go unnoticed by our neighbors. There had been no smell of smoke, no flicker of flames to capture their attention on those seemingly peaceful nights. Approaching the main house, the sight was equally unsettling. The doorframe stood as a charred barrier, beckoning me to step inside. The house appeared to have been hastily evacuated, as if its occupants had fled in a state of panic. Oddly enough, they had left behind personal belongings, a pair of shoes, a decorative doll in the yard, signs of abandonment amidst chaos. As I ventured further, my eyes caught sight of a blanket with traditional red patterns hanging limply over the crumbling main door. It swayed gently in the breeze, a ghostly reminder of the house's former life. Inside, the remnants of an old magazine, a dusty television, children's books, and discarded baby dolls lay scattered across the floor. The strangest part was that no one in the neighborhood seemed to have witnessed anything amiss. It was as if the house had been shrouded in an invisible veil, hiding its secrets from prying eyes. The previous night, as I bid my family good night, all was well. But now, darkness had swallowed the tranquility, leaving behind only shadows and unanswered questions. Invisible fire? How is that even possible? I muttered to myself, my voice barely a whisper in the eerie silence. In the living room, I found signs of disruption. The furniture had been moved in peculiar ways, as if someone had rearranged the sofas with purpose. Empty liquor bottles cluttered a nearby carton, while glasses sat abandoned and half-empty. The disarray seemed to speak of some unknown disturbance, like a fleeting presence that had left its mark. The police, too, were baffled by the case. Their diligent search yielded no concrete leads, no evidence of foul play or a planned escape. The highway cameras, reliable guardians of the road, failed to capture even a glimpse of the Andersons' departure. It was as if they had evaporated into thin air, leaving no trace for the world to follow. Yet the haunting question lingered. Where had they truly gone? And why did the house bear the scars of a devastating fire? The charred remnants stood as silent witnesses to an inexplicable event, a grim tableau of mystery that defied comprehension.